This is Fox 19 Now.
From my review, I have determined that Officer A was legally justified in his use of force on that day.
Connie Pillage there, clearing the Cincinnati police officer who shot and killed 18-year-old Ryan Hinton of any wrongdoing.
So Pillage announced the results of her team's review of that deadly shooting this afternoon, saying the officer was legally justified in his use of force in the May 1st shooting.
So now we're hearing from the attorney representing Ryan Hinton's family.
Brady Williams joins us live with their reaction.
So we want to start with, if you were watching at 4:30, Tricia asked about something that the attorney actually said about this, which was that this officer was not in uniform. We asked police about that, and what they tell us is when this happened, first of all, they did approach the vehicle that Hinton and others were in before all of this. Also, he says that they would have been wearing a tactical shirt, a vest that would have said police on the front of it, as well as a gun belt. So not necessarily a full uniform that you're used to seeing, but also this is not like he was in civilian clothing or anything like that. So just to clear that up off the top. Now, as far as the broader message that the family's attorney was putting out there, it was primarily stating that they do not believe that this was a justified shooting. Connie Pillage said that they believe this was clearly justified. That's why it did not go to a grand jury. They say they don't believe this is quite that cut and dry. They say that the primary pieces of testimony that we have in this case and accounts of what happened that day come from both body camera footage and from the officer who was responsible for the shooting. They stated that the information at hand is primarily that body camera footage, which is blurry, and they say it's not necessarily clear that Hinton posed any threat. They say particularly they don't believe a gun is visible in his hands in that video, and that he was running away when the officer opened fire, shooting him in primarily the side of his body. Their lawyer, Fannin Rucker, also called the track record of the officer responsible into question here. He questioned whether this officer's word is reliable in this case.
What is that officer's background? We know it. And we know his jacket with the Citizens Complaint Authority and with internal investigations is not empty. And we ask the question, why is his word the credible word that the prosecutor's office is willing to take in such a serious matter?
So what is that track record? We at this time do not know. I asked him if he could clarify any details. What are these incidents that he's bringing up that would have gone before the Citizens Complaint Authority or before internal investigations? He said he will not be saying at this time. Again, that officer has not been identified to the public at this point. He says more information will be forthcoming when they do file this lawsuit. We'll update you as soon as we learn more. But for now, live in downtown Cincinnati with photojournalist Savannah Tyree, Brady Williams, Fox 19 Now.